All right, so let's imagine that there's a Mandela effect that has hit you. We're not imagining, huh? Because for a lot of you hearing me right now, Mandela effect has hit you. So let's just say the Berenstain Bears, formerly known as the Berenstain Bears. But yes, those good old Berenstain Bears. So you remember Berenstain with the knee, right? Like most of us do. The old reality, if you will. It's definitely not as simple as old reality, new reality, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. So the Berenstein Bears that you witnessed, that you experienced, that you watched with your own eyes, you saw Berenstein. You experienced that reality. You lived on a world where Berenstein with an E, Bears, was real. There was no Berenstain Bears. All right. Now it's Berenstain. So imagine this. If you get hypnotized and you're regressed back to, let's say, your childhood, which is very, 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 very possible, and it happens all the time. People get regressed to their childhood years. You can go back to a specific date. So a hypnotist. I'm in a strange mood right now, but you could get hypnotized to a day where you're maybe in your room as a little kid and the Berenstein Bears books are in your room because you had them when you were growing up. And while you're in that hypnotic state, look at the book. Visually look at it. The hypnotist. I don't know why I'm struggling with that simple word. But the hypnotist, will have you, when you're regressed, look at the book cover and say what letters. How is the word spelled? Berenstein Bears. And you'll have that experience. You're hypnotized. You're being hypnotized. You regress back to the child at an earlier part of your life, and you're going to look at the book. Now, are you going to see Berenstain, which would be the physical copy that exists now, the old version of the Berenstain book that exists today, or are you going to see the Berenstain book that you did see at that age? Because there's going to be two different versions of you. The version of you that was a child when Berenstain Bears was the name. There's also a version of you, the one you remember experiencing, where Berenstain Bears with an E was real. Two different versions of you. Now you get hypnotized. Now the version of you now remembers Berenstain. When you get hypnotized and go back in time in a way, and you read the book cover from your childhood bedroom, which one is it going to say? My guess is these types of experiments are probably being done, but just that specific one I just named, that would be really interesting to see if what you'd actually visually witness in your mind being hypnotized as to be go back to the days when you were a child. So just something to think about and add something to do. Yeah. All right, guys.